because this is more of Mark's Madness memoirs or phone or video diary type crap, and I'm not supposed to know that it's on. I do my best work when I know I'm not being recorded. But anyway, as you can see, there's window washers looking in at me, peeking into my studio. Anyway, see, I've almost lost my train of thought of what I was talking about. Somebody could help me out. What was I talking about before I turned this damn camera on? Oh, yeah. I was watching this movie the other night, and I could really relate with it. A guy had died, but yet he was still going on. He'd get up, he'd shower in the morning, he'd call his mom up, and he'd go visit friends. Until finally, midway through the movie, or right towards the end, he's talking to one of his friends. And says, "Man, you're dead. You don't know that?" He looks around and everything. All of a sudden, everything starts looking blurry and kind of fuzzy. And "I'm dead." He goes, "You died 3 years ago, man. What am I doing here?" He goes, and that guy just faded away. And all of a sudden, everything just started fading away. So he had been going on in a dead state of mind for 30-something years after his death. How would you know if somebody didn't nudge you and say one day, "Hey, you're dead," would it have gone on for 20 years? In his mind's eye, or whatever realm he was in, he was still existing on some type of plane. But he was dead. How many of us could possibly already be dead? I've been told from medical records that I've been revised 2 or 3 times from death. Drug overdose, car wreck, and I praise God, and I'm so thankful. But what if one of those times I really didn't wake back up? And since we don't know exactly what happens to us when we die, how we die, are we carried off on a boat with angels singing around us? Are we being drugged into hell? Or do we just see this bright light, walk into it, and the next thing you know, you're in like a coma until Christ comes back and wakes everybody up? Or do we somehow, the mind doesn't really want to die, so it still exists on some level, and you communicate with entities or false people that really aren't there? It's like opening up one of them storybooks that has little parts that pop up and look at you. It's really not there, but you believe it's there. Till one day, some smartass walks up to you and goes, "Hey, man, you're dead." Wow. You can't call that FedEx. You can't even call it a UPS. That's like, I call that bad cable. But that's what got me thinking here as I talk to myself sometimes here in the studio when there's nobody here. Kind of work out problems and things. So I said, I need to start maybe documenting this, because there might be some little tidbits of some useful information for somebody somewhere at some time, if they're still alive, that maybe they can glean from it. And that's my wish in my heart. As I was talking to myself, talking about how when I learned, I paid $150 one time to watch this technician from some foreign country. Her name is Larry. Larry? On what planet? Anyway, it cost me $150, and it took him 18 minutes going through the internet. I'm watching what he's doing on my computer. The mouse is moving, and I'm not touching it, and the thing's blinking and flashing. And 18 minutes. It cost me $150. And it was blue screen of death. few other things. So you imagine just that man alone. Man, what if he did 50 calls in one day at 18 minutes, whatever? And that's one lady at a station in a call center repairing people's computers. So I informed some people at my church that if you have viruses on your computer, you have a problem, bring it to me and I'll fix it for $35. And some of them took 6 hours, some took 2 hours. And I was telling somebody, I didn't do it to make money. I didn't do it for fame. I did it because I took that knowledge that I paid for and I gave back just to do it, just to get these computer tech savvy Korean, Iranian, so-and-sos, Microsoft people, one right up the you-know-where. Because 5 hours work at $80 an hour, that's not counting the $150 diagnostic fee that they slap on you just to look at your damn sick puppy. And, you know, since I paid $35 for mine from a pawn shop, it'd been pretty silly to pay $540 just to get it running again. What, put a new battery in it and start the old thing up. Yeah, so I believe everybody at some time or other should pay it forward, should show that love, should do something for somebody else, not for self-gain, not for fame, not for money, but to still make sure you have some bread on your table, but to do it because it feels good. Because you just made somebody's day. And isn't that more important than anything else? Not yourself, but to look into the eyes of that struggling couple that just has a new baby and paid $35 to fix their computer. And they gave them $470-something extra dollars to spend on that baby. That's why you should do it. I've had enough. This is Mr. Clean Skulldogg signing off from the non-existing frequency channel of Mark's Madness.